connecting. Hey everybody, you're watching Saunders County Online, and we are doing a live stream of the Wahoo Plattview game. I'm Kelly Johnson. With me, I have Brian Abrahams, a commentator extraordinaire. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely, Kelly. I'm not sure the extraordinaire commentator probably is just enough, but absolutely excited to be here. Looking forward to a couple of really good basketball games as Wahoo gets set to host the Platteview Trojans. We'll have the girls contest coming up in just a little bit less than 5 minutes, actually 3:45 on the pregame countdown. Why don't we take this opportunity to take a look at the seasons for both clubs entering tonight's game. Plattview is the visitors, of course. They are 5-6 on the year. Their 5 wins have come against Louisville, Omaha Gross, Plattsmouth, Omaha Roncalli, and most recently on the road at Ashland Greenwood on Tuesday. Trojans have lost to one Class A team and a handful of Class B teams. They've lost to Bennington, Beatrice, Blair, Beatrice again, and Elkhorn North. They also lost to North Platte from Class A. So it's been sort of an up and down season for Gary Wood's squad. They averaged just under 40 points per game offensively, 39.3 points per game. And defensively, as you can imagine, for a team that's right around that 500 mark, they're pretty close to their same offensive output. It's 46.3 points per game offensively for the Trojans. For Wahoo, they've had a really good start to the season. Coach Sean Forbes has his team off to a 9-2 start. Playing mostly against Class B teams, actually. Wahoo, of course, plays out of Class C1. So far, they've played only 2 teams from Class C1. They beat them both. That's Ashland Greenwood and Lincoln Lutheran. Other victories this season for the Warriors. They started with 3 wins in a row, beating Bennington, Aurora, and Ashland Greenwood. And they went on the road, or excuse me, here at home, and lost to Norris, one of the best teams in Class B, currently with a 10-1 record. Picked up a win against Nebraska City and then went into the holiday tournament where they went 1-1, splitting games with a loss to Elkhorn North, arguably the best team, although Omaha Skutt defeated them, but one of the best teams in Class B. And then they picked up a win against Seward to finish out the holiday tournament. And then 4 wins in a row after that. They picked up victories over UTAN, Lincoln Lutheran, a C1 squad that is 12-1, so the only one loss, of course, coming to Wahoo. They defeated Crete, and then on Tuesday here at home, they defeated Blair, a top 10 team in Class B, 43-26, your final score in that one. The Warriors locked down the Bears defensively, and were pretty much right at their season average from an offensive standpoint, which of course was all it took. Warriors had 2 scores in double figures on Tuesday. Autumn Iverson led the way with 14. Sammy Lou had 13, and Carly Galladay chipped in 8 as they defeated the Bears. Wahoo averages 49.2 points per game offensively. On the defensive side of things, they're right at 36 points per contest allowed. So a opportunity for Sean Forbes' team to pick up their 10th win of the season tonight if they can hold off Plattview here. Our pregame festivities are over. We're going to get the national anthem here in the gymnasium, and then we will have the starting lineups and the tip-off. So we'll step away here just briefly for the national anthem, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the starters for both teams, and we'll have the tip-off here. You are listening to Wahoo Basketball on Saunders County Online.
Rivalry Apparel Headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Sid Dillon of Wahoo and the entire Sid Dillon Auto Group family cheer on local high school teams. They also want to be on your team. They have a staff that you know and have been a part of our community. Plus, they take the time to find what you're looking for to be able to give you your dream, matched with a service to follow up after you've found your dream. Sid Dillon Auto Group, a local part of our community, cheering on the students of our families. Find them at siddillon.com. Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development has a mission to build up local businesses and find new ways to grow our local economy. A support local theme through events and promotion of its members, plus a local voice in legislation that could affect our community. Contact Teresa Klein or Jennifer Woida with any questions on how you and your business could benefit by teaming up with the Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development. You can find them online and on Facebook.
And we're back here at Wahoo High School, Saunders County Online. Brian Abrahams with you here as we get the starting lineups announced in the gymnasium. Starters for the visitors first. For the Platteview Trojans, as I mentioned, 5-6 on the year. They'll start with Lily Stobie. She is a 5'5" freshman. Emily Wiebelhaus, a 5'6" sophomore. Bailey Tex, a 5'6" sophomore. Hannah Tagle, a 5'5" sophomore, and Kate Roseland, a 5'9" sophomore. Gary Wood is the head coach. He's assisted by Steve Lundeen, Jordan Bald, and Brandis Middleton. And now for the Warriors, the home team, 9-2 so far on the year. They will start with Carly Galladay, a 5'4" senior. Taylor Lubin, a 5'7" senior. Autumn Iverson, a 5'7" junior. Sammy Lou is the four-starter. She's a 5'9" junior. And Kylie Kenning rounds out the starting lineups for the Warriors. She's a 5'9" senior. Sean Forbes is the head coach. He's assisted by Tracy Fairbanks, Brandon Zatochka, and Catherine Fox. The Warriors will be in their traditional home uniforms, white uniforms with blue numbers on the front and the back. For Plattview, it's red uniforms with white numbers on the front and the back. We are ready to go here on Saunders County Online. Ball is in the middle, and it's controlled in the backcourt by the Trojans, so they'll have the first possession. And bringing it across the timeline is Bailey Tex. She'll fire it right side wing to Wiebelhaus. Now right back to Tex. Open three from the top of the key. That's a little bit long, no good. Warriors with the rebound, and now they will push the tempo into the front court. On the right wing with it is Carly Galladay. Now she'll back out to the top of the key in between the circles where she resets the offense. Hands off to Taylor Lubin. Now it's Kenning with it over on the left side of the floor. She gets rid of it quickly back to Galladay. And now back to Iverson. Her first touch, they dump it inside there to Lubin from the post. Shot up, no good. Kenning got the offensive rebound. Then she was tied up and the ball poked out of there. It's controlled by Plattview. Lily Stobie will bring it across the timeline for the Trojans. They dump it down inside there to Tagle. Excuse me, that was Roseland that had it on the post. Kicks it right back out to Stobie out near the top of the key. Guarded tightly by Lubin. Stobie hands off to Bailey Tex. She's picked up there by Iverson outside of the three-point line. Now they dump it down inside to Roseland. Kicks it out, three-pointer from the wing by Tagle. That's no good. Ball is tipped in the backcourt and will be controlled by Plattview. And I wondered if the officials were going to recognize that. It's a backcourt violation there. It was tipped into the backcourt by a Trojan and then controlled without being touched by Wahoo, controlled by Plattview. So it'll be a violation. It'll be Warrior basketball. We've played 1 minute and 15 seconds. Neither team has scored. And Wahoo looks to break the scoreless tie here with this opportunity in the offensive end. Iverson with it on the left wing. Now up high to Lubin. Back to the top of the key to Sammy Lou. She gets rid of it to Galladay deep in the left corner. Galladay backs all the way out to the tip circle to restart the offense. Dribbles over to the right side wing against this man-to-man defense here from Plattview. Now it's up high to Kenning. And now Lubin driving down the free throw lane. Shots up and good. She ran into contact. They're going to count it. She's going to get a chance at a three-point play. Foul belongs to, I believe they said Hannah Tagle. That'll be her first. And the team's first. And at the line to shoot the free throw is Taylor Lubin. Wahoo leads it 2-0. Free throw is off of the back rim, no good. 6:15 to play here in the first quarter. The Warriors lead it 2-0, and they force a turnover in the backcourt. Good job by Carly Galladay applying a little bit of pressure. Trojans threw it out of bounds. It will stay with Wahoo. They'll throw it in already in their offensive end. It's Galladay with it to the top of the key. Now Henning. She'll hand off to Lou. Takes it to the right elbow. Jumper just inside of the three-point line. A little bit off the mark, no good. Plattview with the rebound. Coming out of there with it is Lily Stobie. Freshman brings it across the timeline. Fires right wing. Three-pointer in and out, no good by Bailey Tex. And a foul called on the rebound. Going to get the Trojans with a push. It will be Wahoo basketball. The guilty party is Bailey Tex, I believe. That's her first. Excuse me, it's actually on Emily Wiebelhaus. That's her first. Team foul number 2, Warriors basketball. 5:50 to play here in the first quarter. Wahoo leads it 2-0. At the top of the key with it for the Warriors, Autumn Iverson. Dribbles and hands off to Lou over on the left wing. One dribble, now skips it near side to Galladay. She'll take it to the free throw line, now all the way down the lane to the basket shot, no good. Kenning with the rebound. She's going to kick it out to the wing to Lou. And now Sammy Lou dumps it down into the corner. This is Lubin with it. She'll bring it all the way up to the top of the key again. Now right side wing to Iverson to the baseline, back out. Pardon me, three-pointer on the way is good by Taylor Lubin. Good pass there by Iverson. Good shot by Lubin. It's 5-0. Warriors with the lead. 5:05 left to play in the first quarter. Ball's knocked away in the backcourt, and they're going to say last touch by the Trojans. So good full court pressure applied on back-to-back possessions by the Warriors. They force a couple of turnovers, and now they'll get another crack at extending that lead. They lead at 5-0. 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Iverson with it at the top of the key. Hands off to Lubin. She'll bring it in between the circles, working on the dribble against man-to-man defense. Now in the corner to Iverson. One-on-one over there, but decides to bring it back out to the spiking line. Now she'll cross over, drives it all the way down the lane. Shot up, no good. Pretty good look. Couldn't quite finish, and the Trojans have the rebound. Coming out of there with it is Bailey Tex. Has it at the half-court line. Now right side to Wiebelhaus. Guarded tightly by Lubin. She'll kick it out. Three-pointer is up. No good that time. That was Caitlin Gillen that fired a three. Long rebound and an outlet pass for the Warriors leads to a run-out layup for Sammy Lou, and a timeout's going to be taken by Gary Wood. His team trails at 7-0. 4:24 left to play in the first quarter. Warriors up by 7. We're back in 30 seconds here on Saunders County Online.
Wahoo State Bank says we are your home team advantage, and they want to cheer on our local school teams as well. They ask you cheer on with them as our students play and show their drive, determination to do their best, and to do it in a way that also shows great sportsmanship. Wahoo State Bank wants to also team up with you to provide all of your banking needs with the home team advantage.
Now we're back with more coverage of the Wahoo Warriors on SaundersCountyOnline.com.
4:24 left to play in the first quarter. Warriors lead at 7-0, giving Plattview all kinds of trouble as they try to get it across the timeline and into the front court. Wahoo sticks with full court pressure here. Trojans playing catch in the backcourt. Run up against a 10-second violation. They do finally get it across. Handling it is Bailey Tex at the top of the key. She will dump it down to the block to Roseland. Nice little spin move there by Kate Roseland. Her shot was off the mark, however, and the rebound controlled by Taylor Lubin. Lubin sprints to the other end, finds Lou on the left wing. Sammy Lou to the top of the key. Now she'll kick it out to the left corner to Galladay. Runs to the baseline. Her shot up, no good. Rebound fought for and knocked out of bounds. Getting a hand on it was Josie Sutton, who checked in at that timeout, and the ball was knocked out by Plattview, so it stays with the Warriors, and Wahoo will throw it in. Carly Galladay gets it in to Lou, a wide open three-pointer. That's good. Sammy Lou knocks down her first triple. She's got 5. Taylor Lubin has 5. The Warriors have 10, and they lead it 10-0. 3:40 to play here in the first. Trojans trouble again getting it across half court. The Warriors apply pressure right across the midcourt line, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Plattview. So the Wahoo defense forces yet another turnover, and they will look to add to their lead. Into the game, by the way, is Sydney Smart, a 5'5" sophomore. She throws it in to Galladay. Carly Galladay gets it across the timeline to the left elbow. Now Iverson will fire the three from the wing. That is good. Third three-pointer of the first quarter for Wahoo. They lead it 13-0. 3:15 to play. Ball knocked loose in the backcourt, and the Warriors turn it over. It was controlled by Lou, and she tried to throw it underneath to Galladay, just a little bit too high, and threw it out of bounds. So Plattview avoids a Wahoo layup, but they'll still have to throw it in against full court pressure as Kylie Kenning returns to the game for the Warriors. Also in Ella Lacey for the first time. Trojans have it into the backcourt. Again, man-to-man pressure here for Wahoo. They will get it across the timeline. Taking it all the way down underneath, there is Stobie. Now kicks it out to the corner. That's Bailey Tex with it. Tex guarded by Lou outside of the three-point line. She works it in between the circles now to Hannah Tagle. Tagle dumps it inside. Roseland driving down the lane, puts a shot up off the glass and in. Kate Roseland with the first 2 points of the game for Plattview. Wahoo in control 13-2. 2:40 to play here in the first quarter. Sammy Lou has it for the Warriors at the top of the key. Step back three-pointer is good. She's got 2 threes in the first quarter and 8 points so far. It's 16-2. Warriors in control and still applying pressure in the backcourt. We're going to get a foul called on Wahoo after Stobie got rid of the ball. She was knocked to the ground. Ella Lacey picks up her first and the team's first. It'll be Plattview ball with 2:25 to play here in the first quarter. Trojans get it in the backcourt. Still with it is Bailey Tex. She's working there against Taylor Lubin. Gets it across the timeline. Tex to the top of the key. Picks up her dribble. Now looking for some help. Hands off to Stobie. Dribbling over to the right wing. Also now guarded by Lubin. Right back to Tex in the corner. Her three-pointer is no good. Taylor Lubin has the rebound. She's going to sprint to the other end. One-on-one all the way inside. Left-hand layup is no good. Kenning has the rebound. Her follow won't go. Ball is knocked around and controlled by Plattview as Kate Roseland grabbed the board. She hands off to Lily Stobie, who brings it into the front court. Little right-hand runner for Stobie is off the mark, however. Now Galladay with the rebound. Once again, the Warriors pushing the tempo to the other end. Ball is bounced inside, and a tie-up is going to be called. That'll be, Wahoo basketball. Plattview won the tip. The Warriors will get this jump ball on the alternating possession with 1:40 to play in the first. Wahoo will throw it in. Galladay from the baseline. She gets it in. Three-pointer is up and good. Knocked down by Ella Lacey. That's the the fifth three-pointer of the first quarter for Wahoo. They lead at 19-2. Plattview breaks the press easily this time, and now it's Bailey Tex with it. She'll fire the three. That's up and good. So Bailey Tex knocks down her first basket of the game. It's 19-5. Wahoo leads it by 14. 1:14 to play in the first quarter. Galladay drives down inside, finds Kenning at the free throw line. Her jumper is no good. Had a hand on the rebound for a minute. Now the Trojans take it out of there. Quickly into the front court. On the dribble is Wiebelhaus. They'll get it down to Roseland on the block. Turnaround shot is no good. Ball is controlled by the Warriors. Autumn Iverson with the rebound. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter as Iverson brings it across the timeline. She'll hand off to Galladay on the left wing. Thought about the three-pointer, and now she's going to back it out between the circles to start the offense. 40 seconds left in the first. Nice pass there from Galladay. Driving down inside is Ella Lacey. Her shot was blocked, but a foul was called, and she will get a chance to shoot some free throws. Foul is charged to Bailey Tex. That is her first. Team foul number 3. And at the line shooting 2 for Wahoo is Ella Lacey. Her first free throw is good. And the 5'5" junior's got 4 points. Into the game for Plattview is Cassie Kanan, a 5'7" freshman. A lot of underclassmen for this Trojan squad. One more free throw for Lacey is nothing but net, so she's perfect at the line. She's got 5. It's 21-5. Wahoo out in front of Plattview with 35 seconds left, and the Trojans are going to turn it over again in the backcourt. Warriors apply pressure. The ball was dribbled off the foot of Emily Wiebelhaus and out of bounds. So again, it stays in Wahoo's offensive end, and they will throw it in from underneath their own hoop. Lacey looking to trigger it in, fires it out to the tip circle. It's caught out there by Autumn Iverson. 30 seconds left in the first quarter as Iverson hands off to Lacey. Picks up her dribble. Hands off to Galladay. Now it's Iverson again with it. Galladay back in control near the tip circle with 15 seconds left. Back to Iverson. Working out near midcourt, back to Galladay. Dribbles to that left side of the floor, down the free throw lane, left-hand shot, no good. Rebound controlled by Plattview with 3 seconds left. Trojans will shoot a half quarter. That's off the backboard, no good. And your score after 1 quarter of play, Wahoo in control. It's 21-5 over Plattview. We will step away here for 60 seconds. We'll come back with the second quarter, listening to Warrior basketball on Saunders County Online.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Sid Dillon of Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
And we're back with the Wahoo versus Plattview right here on SaundersCountyOnline.com.
We start the second quarter. Brian Abrahams and Kelly Johnson with you as the Warriors lead Plattview 21-5. Plattview with the basketball. Three-pointer on the way is banked in. Hannah Tagle with the bank three-pointer. Sure there's a bank sponsor out there somewhere that would like to sponsor that made three, albeit by a visiting team. Warriors back in the offensive end with it. On the left wing, Wahoo's got some fresh bodies out there. Sarah Coulterman on the wing. She'll hand off inside there to Sydney Smart. Smart runs down the free throw lane, now kicks it out. It's Lou with it, back to Smart on the left side of the floor. And her entry pass is knocked out of bounds by Lily Stobie of Plattview, so it will stay with Wahoo. 21-8 your score, 7:16 left to play here in the first half. Warriors look to throw it in, and they get it in up top. Now it's back into the hands of Sammy Lou on the right wing. She'll drive all the way inside, puts it up and in, and Lou is in double figures now. She's got 10. We've played a minute here in the second quarter. Stobie back into the offensive end for Plattview. Had her pass knocked away. Ball's loose at the top of the key and controlled by the Warriors. Good job with coming up with that loose ball by Josie Sutton, and now it's Lou with it. Going to work for Wahoo near the left wing. She will hand off to Abby Borchers, a 5'8" senior. Borchers brings it over to the near side of the floor, gets it to Smart. Bounce pass inside there, and a tie-up is going to be the call. That'll be Wahoo basketball. 6:35 to play here in the second. Checking in for Plattview would be Caitlin Gillen, a 5'8" junior. Warriors throw it in. Get it in easily on the wing to Josie Sutton. Now it's Smart with it out near the top of the key. She'll drive to her left. Ball's knocked away and stolen there by Lily Stobie. Stobie crosses the timeline and has her dribble taken right back. Coming out of there with it is Sammy Lou. She finds Smart on the right wing. Now back to Lou. Drives down the lane. Bounce pass on the baseline. Shot is no good there by Borchers. Rebound, however, is controlled by Wahoo. It's Josie Sutton coming out of there with it, but she shuffled her feet and traveled. It'll be a turnover, and the ball goes back to the Warriors. Few starters back into the game for Wahoo as Galladay, Lubin, and Iverson all return. 6:10 left to play here in the first half. Warriors lead it 23-8. They're applying pressure as Plattview gets it across the timeline. It's Stobie with it, driving all the way down inside. Shot is no good, but a foul is going to be whistled on Wahoo, and she will get a couple of free throws. The guilty party for the Warriors was Josie Sutton. That is her first personal. It's team foul number 2 for Wahoo, and at the line shooting 2 for Plattview, Lily Stobie, the 5'5" freshman point guard. First free throw is no good. She'll get one more. We've played just over 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Wahoo leads it by 15 points. Second free throw in and out. That was halfway down and popped back out. Warriors with the rebound. They'll push the tempo into the offensive end. Jumper on the baseline is up and good by Sammy Lou. It's a really good pass there by Galladay to find her open on the backside. Lou's got 12. It's 25-8. 5:40 to play in the second quarter. And the Warriors applying pressure in the backcourt. And a timeout is going to be taken by Gary Wood of Plattview. It's a 30-second timeout. His team's down by 17. We'll step away for 30 seconds. We'll be back here on Saunders County Online.
Sid Dillon of Wahoo and the entire Sid Dillon Auto Group family cheer on local high school teams. They also want to be on your team. They have a staff that you know and have been a part of our community. Plus, they take the time to find what you're looking for to be able to give you your dream, matched with a service to follow up after you've found your dream. Sid Dillon Auto Group, a local part of our community, cheering on the students of our families.
Thank you for being a part of Saunders County Online's coverage of Wahoo versus Plattview. And right now we have Brian Abrahams to do it the call of game.
5:36 left to play here in the first half. Plattview with the basketball, Wahoo with the comfortable lead. They're up 25-8. And now the Trojans will get it in. Lily Stobie brings it across the timeline. She's pressured out there on the wing by Taylor Lubin. Lubin knocked the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Plattview. Wahoo's done a good job making life really difficult for the Plattview ball handlers, trying to get just across half court and get any kind of offense set up. Stobie has it on the left wing. Now she'll hand off to Bailey Tex. She'll bring it all the way back to the top of the key in between the circles. Now to the right side. This is Rosalind with it on the elbow. Rosalind quickly fires it out to Weeblehouse. Handing off there to Gillen. Going back to Stobie. Her three-pointer is long, no good. Rebound controlled by Gillen, however, and Plattview will get another crack at it. Over on the right side wing is Bailey Tex. Up high to Weeblehouse. Weeblehouse hands off to Stobie. She's working with it right near the tip circle. 4:50 to play in the first half. Stobie dribbles down the lane, kicks it out to the corner. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans. Inbound coming here for Emily Weeblehouse. Pardon me, that's Gillen that threw it in. Got it in easily up high to Bailey Tex. Now right wing, this is Weeblehouse with it on the touch. Now inside, they'll go to Rosalind. Posted up there, good defense that time by Kenning. Rosalind kicked it out, got it back, and then had it knocked away. The Warriors force another turnover. They'll hurry into the offensive end. Lou takes it all the way to the basket, puts it up and in. Sammy Lou being very aggressive. She's got 6 in the quarter. That gives her 14 in the ball game. 27-8 your score. Almost midway through the second quarter. Warriors force another turnover as Plattview trying to get it down on the baseline. Long pass down the floor is handled there by Galladay. She'll spin into the free throw lane. Little left-hand floater for Carly. That's up and good. And another timeout taken by Gary Wood. His team trails it 29-8. 4:06 left to play in the first half. Wahoo in control. We'll step away for 60 seconds. We'll be back on Saunders County Online.
Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development has a mission to build up local businesses and find new ways to grow our local economy. A support local theme through events and promotion of its members, plus a local voice in legislation that could affect our community. Contact Teresa Klein or Jennifer Woida with any questions on how you and your business could benefit by teaming up with the Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development. You can find them online and on Facebook. Wahoo State Bank says we are your home team advantage, and they want to cheer on our local school teams as well. They ask you cheer on with them as our students play and show their drive, determination to do their best, and to do it in a way that also shows great sportsmanship. Wahoo State Bank wants to also team up with you to provide all of your banking needs with the home team advantage. Wahoo State.
We want to take another thank you to say thank you once again to our sponsors, including another sponsor, which is including Starlight Event Center, which is looking to be able to fill your graduation needs. So there you go. We're back to the game.
4:05 left to play in the first half. Warriors leading Plattview 29-8. Wahoo's been in control for the entirety of this first half. Trojans get it across half court. In the right corner with it is Gillen. She's double teamed over there. Bounce pass out up high is knocked away, loose on the floor, and a tie-up is going to be called. And the alternating arrow now favors the Trojans, so they will keep it. Warriors lead it by 21. 3:46 left to play in the first half. Plattview gets it in out near midcourt. That's Bailey Tex with it. Now around the perimeter to Hannah Tagle. Tagle hands right back off to Wiebelhaus, right in between the circles. Now right wing to Tex. Dumps it down inside to Kate Roseland. Turnaround shot for Roseland is no good. And the rebound controlled by Autumn Iverson of Wahoo. Long pass up ahead to Sammy Lou. She gives a shot fake, drives baseline, kicks it into the block. Now right back out to Iverson to the free throw line. Now right wing Lubin. She'll try the three. That's off the mark, no good. And the rebound bounces out of bounds. And it will belong to Platteview. Back into the game for the Trojans is Lily Stobie. She replaces Caitlin Gillen, pardon me. Trojans will throw it in. Again, Wahoo still applying three-quarter court pressure now. Trojans working with it. They get it across the timeline as Roseland finds Tex on the left wing. Her jumper is a little bit off the mark, no good. Stobie with the rebound, however, and Platteview will restart the possession. Over on the right side of the floor is Wiebelhaus. She'll drive down the free throw lane. Shot up, no. And this time Galladay grabs the board for Wahoo. Starts the fast break the other way. Right wing with it is Sammy Lou. Now it's into the hands of Iverson. She shoots the three. That's a little bit off the mark, no good. Platteview with the defensive rebound. Working with it out near midcourt there is Wiebelhaus. She's double teamed, looking for some help. Finally bailed out there by Stobie. Lily Stobie picks up her dribble over on the right wing. Now it's Bailey Tex with it. In between the circles, now to the left side of the floor. This is Wiebelhaus. Back to Stobie. She's guarded there by Taylor Lubin. And now it's Roseland with it out high. Gets rid of it quickly to Stobie over on the right wing. 2:05 to play here in the first half. Back to Roseland here on the left side of the floor. Roseland up high to the top of the key to Bailey Tex. Now back to Roseland. She's given a little bit of space there by Kylie Kenning. Now it's Stobie with it to the free throw line. Had it at the elbow. Backed it back outside of the three-point line. Now fires right wing. That's Bailey Tex. Tex will shoot the three-pointer. That's off the mark, no good. Long backside rebound controlled by Platteview again as Stobie comes out of there with it. Hands off to Wiebelhaus. She'll drive inside. Shot is off the mark, and the rebound finally controlled by Wahoo. 90 seconds left to play in the first half. Galladay sprints into the offensive end. She'll take it all the way to the baseline. Now kicks it out up high. This is Lubin. Nice bounce pass to the opposite block. And Kylie Kenning puts it up and in. Her first 2 points of the game. Makes it 31-8 with 1:20 to play here in the first half. Trojans in the backcourt. Bailey Tex over on the right side of the floor. Ball's loose, knocked free, but controlled by Tex. She gets it across the timeline to Wiebelhaus. She'll shoot the three. That's off the mark, and the rebound is controlled by Wahoo. Quick timeout taken by Sean Forbes. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, I think, more or less, just to get 5 fresh bodies into the game. 1:02 to play in the first half. Warriors lead at 31-8. We're back in 30 seconds on Saunders County Online.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
It's the Lady Warriors versus Plattview on SaundersCountyOnline.com.
1 minute left to play here in the first half. It's 31-8. Wahoo with the lead and the basketball. Smart fires a three-pointer. That's off the right side of the backboard, no good. Ball is knocked around and knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Wahoo. All subs or reserves, if you will, into the ball game for the Warriors with these comfortable lead as we approach the end of the first half. Sydney Smart takes the inbounds pass at the top of the key. Now she hands off to Abby Borchers. Borchers to the left side of the floor, and it's Coulterman with it. She'll get rid of it right back to Borchers in the right wing. Now in the corner is Ella Lacey. She dribbled toward the middle of the floor. She's going to be fouled there by Emily Wiebelhaus. That is her second. Team foul number 4. Foul was on the floor, so it'll be a sideline inbound coming here for Wahoo with 31.8 seconds left in the half. Warriors get it into Lacey. Ella Lacey driving down the free throw lane. Shot is blocked out of bounds. It stays with Wahoo. Good job there by Lacey, staying aggressive. 5'5" junior has 5 points so far. All of them coming in the first quarter. Warriors get it in to Sydney Smart with 25 seconds left in the half. Smart works over to the left side wing. Man-to-man defense here for Plattview. Now up high with it is Borchers. Gets it to Lacey. Bounce pass inside there to Josie Sutton. Sutton fires it right back out to Borchers on the right wing with 8 seconds left. Now the Warriors got to go. They get it inside to Sutton. It's in and out, no good. Got her own rebound. A whistle and a tie-up with 0.4 seconds left in the half. Good job there by Josie Sutton sticking with the loose ball. Wahoo can throw it in. It's got to just be a tip at the rim. And the shot will not get off in time. Good first half, however, for the Warriors. They are comfortably out in front, 31-8. It is a 23-point lead for Sean Forbes' squad. We're going to step away for 2 minutes. We'll come back to recap the first half here on Saunders County Online.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Sid Dillon of Wahoo and the entire Sid Dillon Auto Group family cheer on local high school teams. They also want to be on your team. They have a staff that you know and have been a part of our community. Plus, they take the time to find what you're looking for to be able to give you your dream, matched with a service to follow up after you've found your dream. Sid Dillon Auto Group, a local part of our community, cheering on the students of our families. Find them at siddillon.com. Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development has a mission to build up local businesses and find new ways to grow our local economy. A support local theme through events and promotion of its members, plus a local voice in legislation that could affect our community. Contact Teresa Klein or Jennifer Woida with any questions on how you and your business could benefit by teaming up with the Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development. You can find them online and on Facebook. Wahoo State Bank says we are your home team advantage, and they want to cheer on our local school teams as well. They ask you cheer on with them as our students play and show their drive, determination to do their best, and to do it in a way that also shows great sportsmanship. Wahoo State Bank wants to also team up with you to provide all of your banking needs with the home team advantage. Wahoo State Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening and watching to Saunders County Online. I am Kelly Johnson. We have Brian Abrahams with us, and we have the Lady Warriors of Wahoo faces Plattview. What a game we've had so far. The Lady Warriors have really shown a great job at handling the ball, haven't they?
It's been a really good first half for Wahoo. They came out aggressively against Plattview, taking an advantage, I think, of the let's say the inexperience or the underclassmen that Plattview had in their starting lineups. And Wahoo, of course, with plenty of experience, jumped out to an early 21-5 lead through one quarter and backed things off a little bit in the second quarter, but still extended that lead. They lead at 31-8 here at halftime. 6 different players have scored for the Warriors. They are led by Sammy Lou. She has 14 points so far through 2 quarters. She's got 4 3-pointers and a pair of, 4 2-pointers and a pair of 3-point baskets. 5 points for Ella Lacey. She made a 3-pointer and she's 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. Taylor Lubin has a 2 and a 3. She's got 5. Autumn Iverson has 3. She knocked down a 3-pointer in that high-scoring first quarter. Carly Galladay with 2 and Kylie Kenning with 2. Wahoo scored 21 in the first quarter and 10 in the second. For Plattview, it's been a rough go of things offensively, just having trouble hanging onto the basketball and breaking this Wahoo full court press and getting the ball into the offensive end. Just 8 points so far for Gary Wood's squad. 3 of them belong to Bailey Tex, 3 of them to Hannah Tagle. Each of those young ladies knocked down a 3-pointer in the first half, and Kate Roseland has the other 2. Kate Roseland, she made a 2-pointer in that first quarter. So just 3 players in the books for the Trojans. 5 points in the first quarter and 3 in the second. Wahoo did a really nice job, as you said, Kelly, getting out to a fast start, and were able to play some of their reserves for extended minutes, which I'm sure is exciting for Coach Sean Forbes and to the reserves, of course, getting extra varsity minutes and a chance to rest some of his starters as the Warriors continue through this season. For Wahoo, by the way, they will, well, let's see. They're supposed to have a game on Saturday. If you are in the Omaha area, you know that there's a winter storm coming in, so that game is scheduled to be played on Saturday at DC West, which is in Valley, and we will have that game for you if the weather cooperates. Otherwise, the Warriors will have a couple of days off, and they'll be right back at it next Tuesday as they will take on Ralston. 31-8 is our score here at halftime. By the way, if you want to watch this evening's broadcast, you can still do that. Just go to YouTube, and in the search area, just type in Saunders County Online. We have the live feed there for you that's got video and audio. If you're on SaundersCountyOnline.com, you can continue to just listen to the audio, but if you want the video, you can go to YouTube and find the live stream. We have just about 4 minutes left in our halftime break. Wahoo leads it by 23. We can step away here for another minute or two. Let our sponsors get a few words in, Kelly, if you would like, and we'll come back with the second half here on Saunders County Online.
So we do want to say thank you to our sponsors, which include Starlight Event Center. Live events and being able to bring you different events throughout the spring into summer, and they are urging you, if you would like to have a great place to have your graduation party, or if you have a group of friends that would like to have a graduation party together, Starlight Event Center would love to be able to host your parties as we get into this spring. So we'll say thank you to our sponsors, including Starlight Event Center, and these additional sponsors as well.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com, or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Sid Dillon of Wahoo and the entire Sid Dillon Auto Group family cheer on local high school teams. They also want to be on your team. They have a staff that you know and have been a part of our community. Plus, they take the time to find what you're looking for to be able to give you your dream, matched with a service to follow up after you've found your dream. Sid Dillon Auto Group, a local part of our community, cheering on the students of our families. Find them at siddillon.com. Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development has a mission to build up local businesses and find new ways to grow our local economy. A support local theme through events and promotion of its members, plus a local voice in legislation that could affect our community. Contact Teresa Klein or Jennifer Woida with any questions on how you and your business could benefit by teaming up with the Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development. You can find them online and on Facebook. Wahoo State Bank says we are your home team advantage, and they want to cheer on our local school teams as well. They ask you cheer on with them as our students play and show their drive, determination to do their best, and to do it in a way that also shows great sportsmanship. Wahoo State Bank wants to also team up with you to provide all of your banking needs with the home team advantage. Wahoo State Bank, member FDIC.
Well, due to potential of snow, we have moved our game to tonight with the Wahoo Warriors versus Plattview. We'll have the boys game following the ladies. And well, say thank you to our sponsors and a little patience because of the day earlier. I was not able to get some of the production completed, but again, great time to say thank you to our sponsors, including the Wahoo Chamber and Economic Development, Sid Dillon of Wahoo and Sid Dillon Auto Group. Plus, we also have Wahoo State Bank, Rivalry Apparel, and Starlight Event Center.
Yeah, very important, Kelly, to thank our sponsors. We wouldn't be able to do this without their help. So if you are in the Wahoo area and you are enjoying this evening's broadcast, or even if you're not, just stop in and thank those sponsors for helping us, or allowing us really, to do what we are able to do here this evening and hopefully on Saturday as well. 31-8 your score. Wahoo leading Plattview here at home. We're ready to start the third quarter. It will be Plattview basketball. Really quick glance at the floor. It appears to be starters out on the floor for both teams, and the Trojans get it into the offensive end. They go right to work with Bailey Tex out up top, and now it's Hannah Tagle back to Tex on the right wing. She's guarded there by Iverson. Now to the left side of the floor to Lily Stobie. Stobie dumps it inside of the block. That's Tex with a turnaround shot off the glass, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Iverson. Autumn Iverson with a long outlet pass down the floor to Galladay. Nice look on the backside. Beautiful pass by Galladay and a nice cut by Taylor Lubin. She puts it up and in. Warriors score quickly here in the third quarter. They apply full court pressure, which they had a lot of success with in the first half. Trojans break it on the dribble this time. Across the timeline with it is Emily Wiebelhaus. Now back out near midcourt to Stobie. She'll drive to the right elbow. A little crossover dribble, spins into the lane. Back out to Wiebelhaus. She'll try the free throw lane runner. That's up, no good, and another rebound for Iverson. Gets rid of it quickly to Galladay. Harley Galladay across the timeline all the way to the left block. She puts a left-hand shot up and in. So Carly's got 4 points. The Warriors start the second half on a 4-0 run. They're up 35-8. We've played a minute and 15 seconds here in the third. Stobie breaks the press as she dribbles across half court. We're going to get a reaching foul called on the Warriors. It's Carly Galladay's first. It's the team's first. Nobody in any kind of foul trouble for Wahoo. They had only 2 team fouls in the first half. Trojans will throw it in. Get it in at the top of the key. Now inside to Roseland. Nice spin move there. She puts it up off glass and in. Kate Roseland with 4 points now, her second 2-point basket of the game, and a turnover in the backcourt as the Trojans give the Warriors a taste of their own medicine, applying some full court pressure, and Wahoo, I think, stepped on the end line as they went to throw it in. So Plattview will keep it, and they get it in to Roseland. She has it up high at the top of the key. Now a three-pointer on the way by Wiebelhaus. That's off the back rim, no good. And the rebound controlled by Iverson. Her pass down the floor is knocked out of bounds and last touched by Plattview. Iverson and Lubin both went up high for that rebound, and they were the only two wrestling for it. Fortunate they didn't get a traveling call. 3 fresh bodies into the game for Wahoo as Kenning, Lubin, and Iverson will check out. Warriors get it into Galladay to the left side of the floor. That's Borchers with it. She'll hand off to Lacey. Lacey now back to Galladay on the right wing. Now drives into the free throw lane. Finds Lacey in the left corner. Back up to Borchers, and now it's Sammy Lou. Skipping it here into the near side corner. Driving inside is Sarah Coulterman. We're going to get a blocking foul called on Plattview. It's going to be charged to Kate Roseland. That's her first personal. It's the team's first as well in the second half, and the Warriors will throw it in from underneath their own basket. Checking into the game for Plattview is Hannah Tagle. She'll replace Roseland. Warriors start to play in motion. They get it in here on the near side on the left wing. It's Coulterman with it. Now back out up high to Carly Galladay. Her bounce pass is knocked away and stolen. Good hands and all the way to the other end. A right-hand layup is good by Bailey Tex. She's got 5 in the game. It's 35-12. Wahoo leads it by 23. 5:40 to play here in the third quarter. Sammy Lou brings it across the timeline for Wahoo. Dribbling on the left side of the floor. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touched, they will say, by Emily Wiebelhaus, so it stays with the Warriors. And Lou will throw it in, looking to get it in, and does so to Galladay. Carly has it inside of the tip circle, working out there against Stobie. And Stobie knocked the ball away from her and out of bounds. So Plattview going away quietly here as they continue to apply pressure defense. And again, Wahoo will throw it in. Get it in one more time to Galladay. Dribbles down the free throw lane into contact. And they're going to say she was fouled in the act of shooting, so she'll get a couple of free throws here. Foul's going to be called on Caitlin Gillen. That is her first and the team's second. And now at the line for Wahoo is Carly Galladay. She'll shoot 2. The 5'4" senior makes the first. She's now got 5 points this evening and one more free throw coming. 36-12 your score. Wahoo in front. Second free throw is good. It's back to a 25-point lead for the Warriors. 5:15 to play here in the third. Trojans will bring it across the timeline. It's Stobie with it at the top of the key. She hands off to Caitlin Gillen. Back to Stobie for 3 on the wing. That's no good. Rebound is knocked into the hands of Sammy Lou. 1-on-2 the other way. She pulled up at the top of the key, thought about the three-pointer. And now they'll start the offense on the left wing as they dump it down inside there. Borchers puts it up off glass, no good. The rebound is also off. One more try at it for Ella Lacey. That one won't go, but she's going to be fouled. And she's going to go to the free throw line. Another foul on Caitlin Gillen. That's back-to-back personal fouls for her. Team has 3. And Ella Lacey to the line for Wahoo, where she will shoot 2. The first one is good. Lacey is 3 for 3 from the free throw line here in the game. She's got 6 points. And one more coming here for the 5'5" junior. 4:45 left to play in the third quarter. The second free throw by Lacey is no good. Spins out. Rebound, though, is pulled down by the Warriors, and putting it up and in is Sarah Coulterman. Nice job there by Coulterman to stick with the play. She gets her first 2 points of the evening. It's now 40-12. Quickly back the other way. A 3 by Stobie is in and out, no good. And the rebound bounces out of bounds off the hands of Lacey. So it'll be Plattview ball. But the Warriors lead it by 28 points. Trojans will throw it in. And they get it into Tagle. Now a three-pointer from the wing. That is good. Knocked down by Bailey Tex. Her second three-pointer of the game. Makes it 40-15. Wahoo back to work on the other end. Lacey drives inside. Left-hand shots up and good. Excuse me, that's Carly Galladay with the basket. Pardon me. Galladay now with 6 in the quarter and 8 in the game. It's 42-15. Back the other end we go. Roseland inside, trying to kick it out to the corner. It's taken away by Galladay. Midway now through the third. Sammy Lou has it on the left wing for the Warriors. They work back in their offensive end after the steal. Lou dumps it inside there to Lacey. Her shot is no good. Rebound controlled by Plattview. Quickly to the other end. It's Bailey Tex on the right wing. Tex guarded by Lou. Skips it all the way to the far side to Gillen. Now up high to Stobie. She'll drive to the free throw lane. Right-hand shot is no good. And the rebound pulled down by Ella Lacey of Wahoo. 2-on-2 the other way. Lacey on the dribble all the way down the lane. Ball's poked away and stolen. Hannah Tagle comes out of there with a steal. Now she's tied up in the backcourt, and a timeout is going to be taken as Tagle worked herself free and was trapped again. Gary Wood wants a timeout. 3:25 left in the third. It's 42-15. Wahoo in control. We're back in 60 seconds on Saunders County Online.
Wahoo State Bank says we are your home team advantage, and they want to cheer on our local school teams as well. They ask you cheer on with them as our students play and show their drive, determination to do their best, and to do it in a way that also shows great sportsmanship. Wahoo State Bank wants to also team up with you to provide all of your banking needs with the home team advantage. Wahoo State Bank, member FDIC. Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan.
And we're back to Wahoo Warrior versus Plattview on SaundersCountyOnline.com.
from Wahoo High School. Brian Abrahams along with Kelly Johnson. 3:12 left to play here in the third quarter. The Warriors lead Plattview 42-15. Trojans with the basketball. On the left wing with it is Emily Wiebelhaus.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite
Get up and in is Autumn Iverson.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools.
Out there to go with a couple of reserves. Trojans working around the perimeter. Three-pointer is off the mark, that time by Wiebelhaus. Ball saved in the far corner. Well, not quite, actually. There was an attempt at a save, but Hannah Tagle stepped out of bounds. It'll be Warrior basketball. Taylor Lubin, Autumn Iverson, Sydney Smart, Kylie Kenning, and Josie Sutton on the floor.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers a
44-15, 2.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Warriors with the ball. Iverson has it on the right wing. She'll bring it to the top of the key. Now left side, Smart. It's a screen out there from Kenning. Smart dribbles to her right, tries to dump it down to the corner. Kenning able to save it, diving into the bleachers, but the ball then is knocked out of bounds. Good hustle by Kylie Kenning. The Warriors unable to keep it alive, however, and it's a turnover. It'll be Plattview ball. 2:16 left now in the third. Back into the game for the Trojans is Lily Stobie.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel
across the timeline. Warriors in a 1-3-1 zone defense now. Ball's dumped down inside to Roseland. Back out to Tex. Her three-pointer is off the mark, no good. Nice rebound.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local.
She hands off to Taylor Lubin. Under 2 minutes now to play in the third as Lubin finds.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel.
Over, back the other way we go. A little crossover dribble and a right-hand layup for Emily Wiebelhaus, her first.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and
35 to play in the third. Lubin dribbles down the free throw lane, hands off to Sutton. Now a three-pointer on the way for Smart. That's no good, and the rebound.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel.
Board. She'll bring it across the timeline, dumps it down to the corner. Her three-pointer is up and good. That one is knocked down by Wiebelhaus, so back-to-back buckets for Emily Wiebelhaus, makes it 44-20. Minute 10 left to play now.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at Rivalry Apparel.
Right side to Lubin. Guarded out there closely by Tagle. Now Lubin dribbles to her right, dumps it to Kenning. Back right to Lubin on the wing. Around the perimeter it goes to Smart over on the left side of the floor. Sydney Smart crossover dribble, skips it far side to Iverson. She'll take it all the way in the block area. The ball is knocked out of bounds, however, and they'll say last touch by Plattview, so it'll be Wahoo basketball with 44.6 seconds left to play here in the third. And the Warriors will throw it in. It'll be Iverson doing the honors from the baseline underneath her own basket. She gets it in up high to Lubin. Taylor Lubin drives down the free throw lane, lost the ball momentarily, then she got it back. Now it's Iverson with, again, at 35 seconds left as she dribbles back out near the tip circle. Iverson hands off here on the near side to Sydney Smart. She'll drive into the lane, kicking it out. Iverson for three from the corner. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Lubin. Nice pass by Taylor Lubin to a wide open Kylie Kenning. Kenning puts it up.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel.
Wahoo, it's 46-20 with 15 seconds left as the Trojans bring it into the front court. Ball's knocked away and stolen by Josie Sutton. 5 seconds.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your.
Skip pass far side.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays. Sid Dillon of Wahoo and the entire Sid Dillon Auto Group family cheer on local high school teams. They also want to be on your team. They have a staff that you know and have been a part of our community. Plus, they take the time to find what you're looking for to be able to give you your dream, matched with a service to follow up after you've found your dream. Sid Dillon Auto Group, a local part of our community, cheering on the students of our families. Find them at siddillon.com. Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development has a mission to build up local businesses and find new ways to grow our local economy. A support local theme through events and promotion of its members, plus a local voice in legislation that could affect our community. Contact Teresa Klein or Jennifer Woida with any questions on how you and your business could benefit by teaming up with the Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development. You can find them online and on Facebook.
It's Lady Warrior basketball versus Plattview on SaundersCountyOnline.com.
And welcome back here to Wahoo High School. We start the fourth quarter. Wahoo leads Plattview 46-20. Brian Abrahams and Kelly Johnson with you as the Warriors start with the basketball. Into the game for the first time is Tegan Watts, a 5'5 sophomore. Driving down inside. Now it's back out up high to Galladay. Harley Galladay hands off on the left wing. This is Ava Lauster with it. First time she's seen the floor here, as head coach Sean Forbes working into his bench with the 26-point lead. Galladay drives down inside. Her shot is up and no good. Watts had a hand on the rebound. It's ripped out of there. Galladay's got it. She'll shoot a three. That's a little bit long, and now Plattview with the rebound. Bailey Tex comes out of the crowd with it. Brings it into the front court. Right side wing, three-pointer on the way. That is a little bit long. No good there by Wiebelhaus. Rebound kept alive. Wiebelhaus with another crack out of that one's also long, and the Warriors this time grab the board. Josie Sutton with the rebound. She hands off to Galladay. Harley brings it across half court, finds Sammy Lou, a step back three. That one is in and out, no good, and the rebound comes down to Plattview. Bailey Tex hurries it across the timeline, all the way down the lane. Left-hand runner, no good. Rebound by Roseland is also off the mark, and a good defensive board pulled down by Sutton. Minute 20 gone by here in the fourth quarter. Neither team has scored. Wahoo outscored Plattview 15-12 in that third quarter. And Galladay slows things down as she walks it across half court. She'll put the ball in her hip pocket and now fires over right side wing. Sammy Lou with it. Couple of steps beyond that three-point line. Lou driving down the lane. Left-hand shot is a little bit off the mark. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Lou falls to the floor but gets up quickly, and it'll be Wahoo basketball. His last touch by Plattview. Back into the game for the Warriors is Sydney Smart. Smart will replace, I think that was Tegan Watts that came out. Warriors will get it in. They find Sammy Lou on the left wing, who was about 2 steps beyond the three-point line. Thought about the three, now hands off into the hands of Lausterer. Skip past far side to get underneath to Josie Sutton. Her shot is up and in. Good ball movement there by Wahoo. The Warriors had the first 2 points of the fourth quarter. We played 2 minutes as the Trojans turn it over, bringing it into the offensive end. Long pass down into the corner over the hands of Bailey Tex. And it will be Wahoo basketball. 4 fresh bodies check into the game for the Warriors. Excuse me, coming in is Ella Lacey. Autumn Iverson returns, along with Sarah Coulterman and Abby Borchers. Lacey brings it across the timeline, hands off to Iverson over on the right wing. Now she dribbles with it in between the circles. Bounce pass on the near side here to Borchers. Down into the corner to Coulterman. Now Sydney Smart has it on the block. She'll kick it up high to Lacey. Her three is good. Ella Lacey knocks down another three-pointer, her second of the game. She's got 9 points in the contest. It's 51-20. 5.5 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Warriors on the way to their 10th win of the season. Trojans moving it around the perimeter. Ball is knocked free and stolen there. Good hands by Abby Borchers up high. Now she'll pick up her dribble, wait for some help here in the front court. Gets it off, driving inside with it is Coulterman. Sarah Coulterman's got 4 points. Nice job there driving the baseline. It's 53-20. 5 minutes left to play now, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Ella Lacey out near midcourt. She picks up her second personal. It's only the team's second here in the second half. And the Trojans will throw it in. They get it in right out up high to Wiebelhaus, guarded there by Lacey. Skips it all the way into the far left corner to Tagle. Tagle's pass into the block is knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. It'll stay with Plattview. Trojans will throw it in from the baseline. They get it in to Gillen on the wing. She'll skip it all the way here to the near side and threw it over the head of her intended receiver and over 2 rows of spectators and out of bounds. It will become Wahoo basketball. Just over 3 minutes gone here in this fourth quarter as Lacey brings it across the timeline. Left side wing to Smart. Smart now back out up high. This is Borchers with it at the top of the key. Fires left wing to Coulterman. Right back to a cutting Iverson. Her shot is no good. It was a nicely designed play there, but Iverson couldn't get the finish. Trojans bring it back into the other end. Up high with it is Gillen. Working with it now in between the circles. Warriors in a 1-3-1 defense here. They'll trap the corner as they bounce it down into the corner to Wiebelhaus. She steps through, throws it back out up high, all the way to the far side. It goes to Tagle. Tagle skips it here to the near side. It's Wiebelhaus, fires a three-pointer. That one's a little bit off the right side of the rim, no good. And the rebound controlled by Ella Lacey. She sprints into the offensive end, then backs things back out to the top of the key. Fires it right wing to Borchers. Borchers gets rid of it back to Iverson. She hands off to Sydney Smart on the left wing. 3:45 now to play here in the fourth quarter. Iverson driving it down inside, draws a triple team, kicks it out. Jumper from the wing is up, no good. That time attempted by Borchers, and the rebound controlled by Plattview. Wiebelhaus sprints to the other end. It's 1-on-2. She takes it anyway, and a foul is going to be called on the Warriors. This will be on Abby Borchers. It's her first. It's the team's third in the second half. New bodies back into the game for Wahoo. Ava Lauster returns. Tegan Watts comes back in. And Josie Sutton also returning for the Warriors. 3:32 left. Wahoo leads at 53-20. Three-pointer on the way on the inbound is good, however. Emily Wiebelhaus with another triple. She's got 8 points in the game. 30-point lead for Wahoo. 53-23 with 3:20 left. Watts with it as she brings it to the near side, fires it right wing to Ella Lacey. Another step back three for Lacey. That one is good. She is in double figures. It's her third three-pointer of the game. Back to a 33-point lead for Wahoo as we hit the 3-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Plattview working with it around the wing. Tagle has it, now bounces here to the top of the key to Cassie Kanan. First time we've called her name here in the second half. Jumper from the right side corner is good. Another three-pointer knocked down by Emily Wiebelhaus. She's also in double figures. She's got 11 thanks to 3 three-pointers. 2:40 to play now as the Warrior lead is back to 30. It's Watts with it on the right side elbow. Skips it near side to Lacey. Spin dribble, drives down inside. Lost her footing, but they're going to say she was pushed to the floor. Foul's going to be called on Caitlin Gillen. That's her third. Team foul number 4. 2.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Warriors will throw it in. They get it up high to Tegan Watts. Now left wing to Lacey, and she's going to be fouled as she's knocked out of bounds and knocked to the floor for Gillen. That one is a little bit more obvious. She picks up her fourth. Team foul number 5. 2:26 now to play. The Warriors will get it in. One more time, they get it into Lacey. She'll drive down the lane. Bounces it to Josie Sutton. Sutton kicks it back out up high. This is Watts with it on the left wing. Watts drives inside. Jumper by Lacey is no good. Rebound fought for, and the Warriors come away with it. Watts has it on the right wing as we approach the 2-minute mark here in this fourth quarter. All down inside to Sutton. Turnaround shot, no good. Lacey, though, after the offensive rebound, has it. Fires it right side wing. Three-pointer by Lauster off the mark. And Plattview finally grabs the defensive board. Under 2 minutes to play as they bring it across the timeline. Inside with it is Wiebelhaus. Her entry pass is knocked away and stolen by the Warriors. So good defense there on the interior. Now Wahoo back to work in the offensive end. Lauster drives inside, kicks it out to Lacey on the left wing. Now right side of the floor with it is Borchers. Dumps it to Watts in the corner. Back to Borchers out up high, skips it left side, near side here to Lacey again. Lacey hands back off to Watts at the top of the key. Tegan Watts on the dribble, hands off to Borchers to the free throw line. Now to Lacey for 3 in the corner. That one's no good. And rebound controlled by Plattview. Trojans will push into the offensive end. Wiebelhaus down the free throw lane. Now kicks it back out. A trailing three-pointer. That's off the rim and no good there by Chloe Weiland. And with 1 minute left, the Warriors have the rebound, and they will bring it back into the offensive end, leading at 56-26. Lacey dumps it to Watts on the right baseline. Tegan Watts back out up high to Ella Lacey over on the right side of the floor. She spins into the free throw lane. Scoop shot is no good. Rebound pulled down by Josie Sutton. Her follow won't go. Got another one, though. She'll kick it out. Lacey's going to shoot the 3. That's in and out, no good. Sutton grabs another offensive board, but it's knocked out to midcourt. Lacey grabs it out there. 35 seconds left. Three-pointer from Borchers is up and good. Abby Borchers, the beneficiary of the hustle play. It's 59-26. 25 seconds left. Plattview back in the offensive end. Gillen with it in the left corner. Bounce pass is knocked away and stolen by Lacey. It's knocked loose in the backcourt with 12 seconds left. It'll be Wahoo basketball. Sub into the game for Plattview for the first time is Avery Dill, a 5'4" sophomore, pardon me. She will come in place of Hannah Tagle. Warriors get it in with 10 seconds left. They can dribble the clock out here and enjoy their 10th victory of the season. It does not look like they're going to attack. Your final score is going to be Wahoo 59 and Plattview 26. Warriors are 10-2 now, and Platteview drops to 5-7. We'll step away just for a couple of minutes. We will add up the individual scores. We'll come back to recap this ball game. Don't go anywhere. We have the boys contest coming as well here on Saunders County Online.
Rivalry Apparel headquarters, your favorite game day shop, offers apparel for your favorite local teams and schools. Shop Rivalry online at rivalryapparel.com or stop by and say hi to the Rivalry team in downtown Wahoo at 535 North Linden Street. Our shop hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays 10 to 6, Wednesdays and Fridays 10 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to noon. Need custom apparel for your team or business? Give us a call, 402-870-0780. The team at Rivalry want to help you have a winning season. We are your biggest fan. Sid Dillon of Wahoo and the entire Sid Dillon Auto Group family cheer on local high school teams. They also want to be on your team. They have a staff that you know and have been a part of our community. Plus, they take the time to find what you're looking for to be able to give you your dream, matched with a service to follow up after you've found your dream. Sid Dillon Auto Group, a local part of our community, cheering on the students of our families. Find them at siddillon.com. Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development has a mission to build up local businesses and find new ways to grow our local economy. A support local theme through events and promotion of its members, plus a local voice in legislation that could affect our community. Contact Teresa Klein or Jennifer Woida with any questions on how you and your business could benefit by teaming up with the Wahoo Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development. You can find them online and on Facebook. Wahoo State Bank says we are your home team advantage, and they want to cheer on our local school teams as well. They ask you cheer on with them as our students play and show their drive, determination to do their best, and to do it in a way that also shows great sportsmanship. Wahoo State Bank wants to also team up with you to provide all of your banking needs with the home team advantage. Wahoo State Bank, member FDIC.
You're watching SaundersCountyOnline.com. Brian Abrahams, I'm Kelly Johnson. One more sponsor we want to make sure we talk about is the Starlight Event Center, as they have a great venue to be able to do any of the events you need throughout the spring, summer, fall, or winter. And coming up this spring with graduation coming up, we just want to encourage you, if you would like to get your group together, think of the Starlight Event Center. Thank you, Brian Abrahams, for doing such a great job with the Lady Warriors game versus Plattview. You do an outstanding job. I just want to say thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for that, Kelly. I appreciate the compliments. We've got 18 minutes here before we start the boys contest. Let's put a bow on the girls contest first, though, as the Warriors pick up their 10th win of the season. They had a number of players in the books, a couple of them in double figures. Sammy Lou led the way with 14, all of them coming in the first half. Ella Lacey had 12, 8 points for Carly Galladay, 7 for Taylor Lubin, 5 points for Autumn Iverson, 4 for Sarah Coulterman and for Kylie Kenning, 3 points for Abby Borchers, 2 points for Josie Sutton. Wahoo scored 31 in the first half and 28 in the second half. For Plattview, they're now 5-7 on the year. They had 4 different players score. Emily Weebehouse finished as the team leader. She had 11. 8 points for Bailey Tex, 4 for Kate Roseland and 3 points for Hannah Tagle. Plattview scored 8 points in the first half, and they scored 18 in the second half. The next action for Plattview is scheduled for Saturday as they will be at home to take on UTAN. As I mentioned earlier, the next action for Wahoo is also scheduled for Saturday. They are planning to be on the road in Valley at DC West High School for a doubleheader there, girl-boy matchup. We hope to have that game for you if the weather cooperates. We're going to step away here for just a couple of minutes. As I mentioned, we'll have the boys contest for you. Got a few technical things we need to take care of here in the gymnasium, but don't go anywhere. We will be back with the boys contest, and it should be a good one as the Warriors get set to take on the Platteview Trojans. Back in a few minutes here on Saunders County Online.